All right, well, that's pretty informative. Guess we can go ahead and get started. We're right about 9 o'clock. Today we're going to go over some new stuff over here at the company. But first we'll kind of kick it off with Andrew here, give us some mortgage updates. How's it going, Andrew? Hello? Yep, we may have lost Andrew. Well, if he comes back on, maybe we'll do it towards the end. So we'll go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I want to go over, which is definitely the biggest change, is processing transactions. So currently, for those who have been self-processing, who don't have a TC, you upload your things into Propy, and then you have to do the assign doc into the correct slot. And I've just heard that this is a little bit time consuming. And a lot of times that second step of assigning the doc gets missed, and in which case we can't really see it on our end as a submitted file to the checklist. So we thought we'd make it a little easier, and we added in an office admin, and we're calling them basically transaction support. So we're going to treat it as kind of a file dump. So what we're going to do now is all you'll need to do is email your documents for a file to docs@riserealtyca.com. Just make sure that the subject line has the property address in it, and then we are going to do the management of the file on the back end for you. There's not going to be an extra fee or anything involved with this. We just want to simplify the transaction processing a little bit for you. And if you're working with a TC, you can do the same thing. The TC can just email the docs over to docs@riserealtyca, or they can continue managing the file by themselves if they want, if they're really good at it. So it's really just going to be that easy. We're going to create the file for you within Propy. If you can give us some information when you first open up the escrow, or if you first open up the listing, as far as client contacts and things like that, if you want them added into the file for any reason. We're going to manage the document uploads, and then we're going to send you updates of outstanding documents kind of throughout your transaction. So basically, if you're sending us kind of maybe a group of documents that need to be put into the file, then we'll email you back, okay, those were approved, and here's, what's left on the checklist now. So we had a quick question. It's docs, DOCS, @riserealtyca.com. So, and then at the end, we're going to close the file within Propy, and then we're going to send you an electronic copy for your records from there. So that email will consist of all of the docs that you've put into the file. So you'll get it. It's just a nice little email. If you want to forward it over to your clients and just say, hey, here's a copy for your records, go for it. If you want to store it in an email for yourself, you can. You will still have full access to your Propy file. Nothing changes there. The only thing we're doing is adding in some support on the processing part. So we do have alerts set up for new listings and new sales coming from MLS. It's probably not going to be 100%, I would guess, but we're going to catch most of the new transactions. And so we may already have this file started for you within Propy once we get that MLS notification of the new listing or new sale. So let's say you get a new listing. go ahead and send your executed documents over to docs at Rise Realty CA. If it's already in the MLS, send over the MLS sheet too, because that'll just help us with the file creation. And then really that's about it. From there, once you get an executed agreement on it, start sending that stuff over as well, over to docs at Rise Realty CA. Same thing on the sales. Once you get a new sale, if you can also send over the MLS sheet, that'll help. It'll help us with, having the information of the listing brokerage. If you have the escrow contact and things like that, that's great. I'm sure we'll get that obviously when you start forwarding emails from escrow with escrow instructions and stuff, because we'll add in the escrow officer and title officer as well. Question came up, can we still use property to collect all of our offers on a listing property? Yes, no functionality is going to change. You can go in there and still grab your storage link if you want to use it to collect documents within the MLS, things like that. So none of your functionality is going to change. We're just trying to make it a little easier for getting docs in and processed. So, and again, if you still want to do it yourself, you totally can. But I know those that were kind of self-processing, we're getting bogged down a little bit with the upload and then the assignment of the docs into the transaction. So you guys will still have all your same access and functionality. You can go in there as often as you like to do what you need to do with the file, because there is a lot of extra things you can do. The most important thing, or one of the most important things, is to just make sure you have the address in the subject line so we know where these docs need to go on our end, which file basically. What this is for, so the transaction support is for simplifying the document processing portion. It's designed to streamline the document management and save you time. Again, there's no extra cost for this. We're not charging anything like that. What it's not, this is not a transaction coordinator service. They're not chasing signatures for you on documents or anything like that. They're not working with the outside agents. This is strictly to help you process transactions a little faster. One other question came up. So I can still open the property on property. I do not want to do TC. I just want to start the file off. You can still do that. All the same stuff you were doing previously, you can still do if you want. If you want to create the file and add in all the people that you want to add to the file, you can do that. If you find that the file has already been started, you can still go in and add in the people you want to add if they haven't been added. Again, this is just basically for getting the docs into the file. This is just some extra support for making that a little faster and easier for everyone. With us having admin support now, she knows how to use Zipforms. If you want to have transaction templates within your Zipforms created for you that match up with our checklist for the brokerage, just send an email over to us, and we'll need to have obviously your name and your login, but she'll go in there and create your transaction templates for you. So let's say you have a new purchase and you're wondering what disclosures are going to be needed, what we're going to want in the file. You can use the template there, and it'll have all the forms in there for you for a buyer transaction. Same thing on the listing side. So if you think that'll help you, just let us know, and we'll go in there and do that for you. Again, no charge for that. We just want to help everybody kind of streamline their, the transaction processing. In case you didn't know, we do have in-house transaction coordinator available for those that want it. There is a, obviously a fee for that. Charge $350 a file, but we do have that in-house in case you didn't know. In-house lending. We do have in-house lending now. We've been working pretty hard this year to get everything streamlined on the lending side and to get a lot of wholesale banks in place so that we have a lot of options in-house for the lending. Here's basically a list of what we can currently do, just about everything out there. We cannot do at this time manufactured homes on leased land. So if they're not real property, then we can't do that financing. I do have a referral for you. If you have that scenario come up, just let me know and I'll shoot you the referral over. But basically everything else under the sun, we could do. We're working with some of the top wholesalers in the country. We have a lot of little niche ones too. If you have kind of a funky loan scenario, we can usually get those done as well. The loan officers that we have currently, we have loan officers that speak English, Spanish, and Vietnamese. So if you have those types of borrowers, we can help service them a little easier. And if you need a connection with one of those loan officers, again, just send us an email and we'll send you over their contact. For personal marketing, so since we started basically as a company, we've been using agentmarketing.com as the website and CRM provider. It's been a great company to work with. They've got a lot of tools in there. But we were looking for something a little more robust as a company. So we're going to be phasing out agent marketing, and we've partnered up with Sierra Interactive. One of our agents, Steve, he's been using Sierra Interactive for a few years now. They're starting to emerge as kind of a leader in the real estate industry for real estate agents who want, a high functioning website and a high converting CRM system that's easy to use. So I did quite a bit of research before I made the commitment to Sierra Interactive. I really like it. Our new website is on that platform. If you want to check it out, it's riserealtyca.com, just like it's always been. Functionality is really good. And obviously it's integrated with the CRM, so the contact management system. So everything works together really, really well. And we're going to be building this out even further. Everybody is going to have their own web page on our company website. I know that's been asked for kind of throughout the years is, do we get our own page on there, so on and so forth. Yes, we will be putting those in. We're still building out the site currently. And we have admin that will be working on that kind of, throughout the next month or so. So everybody will get their own little landing page on the company website now. So I'm actually really looking forward to that. If you've been looking for something that's a little more robust and functional than agent marketing was, here's some of the stuff that they have. Just let me know. I can, take you through it, or if you want to do a demo over at Sierra Interactive, you can kind of see what they're offering. The contact management is great. It really helps with your lead conversion because it's not just an email drip. It has phone, it has text, it has a lot of follow-up features. So I don't know if maybe Steve wanted to pipe in. If I could find him in here, I could let him talk. Let's see here. Yeah, Steve's in here. Steve, if you want to pipe in on Sierra Interactive, be happy to get a little feedback from you. You should be able to talk.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Oh, there you are.
I'm sorry. I was reading a text message from
Yeah, I mean, I caught you off guard there. I didn't really plan that, but I saw that you were in there and asking some questions. So I thought maybe, you'd be a good one to kind of pipe in on how Sierra has helped your business
Oh,
over the
okay.
past couple of years.
Yeah, I come from Commissions Inc. I was with Commissions Inc. for I think almost 3 years, and I'd flown back and forth to their headquarters. I'd helped them with some research on some of the stuff, and they were great. And then my coach recommended Sierra Interactive because Commissions Inc. was bought out by Fidelity, and then they started to go kind of downhill after that. And I haven't looked back. Sierra is awesome. They are very actively looking, asking you questions, sending you surveys, wanting feedback exactly as to what you want to do. They've done a lot of new stuff since I've come on with them. And a lot of it has been from feedback that I've given them and other people have given them. They're pretty incredible. I have leads in my system that are now 4 years old, and they're popping right back up again because of the sister company that they partner with, GGMS, who also does work for other big major websites and stuff. And they have some incredible drip systems that are both email and text generated. I don't even talk to many of my clients anymore. It's all text message. I hate text messaging, and that's what I seem to be doing most of the day now, instead of picking up the phone and calling them, because they don't answer. They just say, "Can you text me? I'm at work," or "Can you text me? I'm in the car," or "Can you text me?" And that's how it goes. But it's really ignited my sales by a lot, over the fact of that. It's a phenomenal system. The last I think 3 or 4 listings I've gotten were all for my sphere of influence, because they have an incredible drip system that goes in there for 10 years after you close a deal. And these people are emailing me or texting me back because the system's asking if they want to have a cup of coffee with me. And they're like, "Sure, where do you want to meet?" And sometimes I'm lost because I'm not paying attention. I have over 4,000 leads in that system. So it's kind of hard for me to keep up with each and every one of them. But that system makes me look super active and super organized as a follow-up. It's incredible. If anybody wants more information, give me a call or email me or text me. I'll sit down and have a conversation with you. I could show you how it works. It's awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And I kind of felt the same way. And, I say it over and over and over again, that lead generation really isn't that hard, but it's the conversion part that everybody struggles with. So having something like this that's working in the background all the time, to nurture your leads that are in there and your contacts and your sphere of influence, really just keeps your pipeline full all the time. I know since you've been with us, I've seen your sales grow. I believe you said that it's a pretty high percentage of your sales are coming one way or another from Sierra Interactive.
Yeah, I'm getting, I would say, a good 50% or higher at times. Like right now, I have quite a few leads that are over with their lenders right now, getting pre-qualified. And as soon as I get approval letters from them, then they come back to us, and then they immediately, because the lenders are constantly contacting us and giving us an update of what's going on with their process. And then we do that. And then, like I said, the other side is the sphere of influence. And then, of course, I have other systems that I use as well to send out videos to them and update on their property value and stuff like that. So it's all tied into one system. And if you're not running systems and you're not organized, you're going to be dead in the water.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference.
Yeah, really getting all this stuff in place, and then from there you can just spend a little bit of money on, generating the leads and having them feed into the system. I mean, you can get leads from Facebook and Google for a couple $100 a month and just really have this build pretty quickly. So yeah, well, I think, thanks for your feedback on it. I've been super happy with it so far. The CRM is not that hard to use. I like the app. Everything's just been really easy to use so far. I've done very few tutorials, and I've just been able to kind of figure it out as I go. So, and not in a long time period either. I can usually figure it out pretty quick. So it's easy to navigate.
One last thing I want to say, Travis, before I leave is I can tell everybody, I know people get scared because when they ask me questions about a system like this, they get scared of the cost. And coming over from Commissions Inc., where it was costing me a little over $2,000 a month, I can tell you that this system is about a third of the cost. And if you don't have something like this, you're really going to spend a lot of time turning your wheels and doing all sorts of things, and you're never going to get caught up because everybody's in technology now. Go to a restaurant, go anywhere, and you see everybody just buried into their phones. So, and this is what this system does. It reaches them through their phones, their cell phones, their emails, their text messages, and everything else.
Yep. And we are providing it for a third of their cost as well. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah, less than $100. So,
wow.
So it's a really phenomenal system for that amount of money. I mean, I don't think you're going to get much better, really. So it's going to allow you to put a lot more money towards your marketing dollars. So cool. So again, if you're interested, send us an email. If you want to just go research it yourself, sierrainteractive.com. You'll be able to see their full list of capabilities on there. And then just one other reminder, if you need some inspiration, if you need some material, if you're, trying to look for graphics for social media posts, if you need print stuff, the Marketing Center within Coach 52 has all of those templates built out already. It's going to autofill your picture and things like that if you have your profile set up, and you can just order direct from them. Or you can print and save, you can, depending on what you're doing. And they also have they can connect with your Facebook business account if you like, and run ads directly from there in a simplified step-by-step process. So it's just a few clicks. You can set up your area, what you're trying to market, and then it'll connect with your Facebook business account, and you can run ads directly from there. And then you can have any leads from there go straight into your CRM if you had something like, Sierra Interactive or something. So it's really pretty easy to put this kind of stuff together. We can help you with it. If you want to get a marketing funnel going, that's one way to do it. There's many different ways. We do have a marketer with Leo Luna. He can also set that stuff up. He does it in a different fashion, but if you're looking to kind of do it yourself, you don't know where to start, I would start in the Marketing Center over at Coach 52 product. If you need a login, just let me know. A lot of you do have logins. When you log in, just click on Marketing Center and you'll find all of the stuff in there. Last week we talked about finding absentee owners and building lists. They have that capability within here as well. You can set up a geographic farm, get the contacts, send out a mailer, so on and so forth. So don't forget this if you're kind of, wondering where you're going to start, or looking for, some simpler things to get implemented, to get started on some lead gen. We have the two things that are, really easy to use right now, which is Sierra Interactive and the Marketing Center over in Coach 52. And then, of course, I'm happy to always walk you guys through one-on-one. We'll jump on a Zoom and put together a plan for you. Or we can just kind of, get this set up so that it's just running in the background for you all the time. You can kind of do a set it and forget it for the most part, to get the leads funneling into your CRM, your contact management system, or coming to you direct. But I highly recommend having a contact management system if you're doing any lead gen, because you will forget the leads that come in that are warm and maybe they're not ready yet. Maybe they're a couple months out. More than likely, you're going to forget about them and they're going to end up using somebody else. So that's why the contact management system is so important, because it'll just stay in front of them for those months leading up to when they actually are ready. And then they're going to reach out to you, or you're going to reach out to them, depending on how you have it set up for notifications. So if you guys have questions on anything, obviously, I'm always around. Give me a call. this is just some of the stuff that, some reminders of stuff that we have. And then obviously, kind of what we're doing over there at property and transaction processing to make it easier for everybody. So we will be rolling out some additions to that'll streamline it even further. And we'll make notifications, on probably webinar or something as we go. But other than that, if nobody else has any questions, make it a great week. And again, give me a call if you need anything. Thanks for coming on, Steve.